Hey guys, so today I just wanted to talk to you about direct sales and why I don't really believe that direct sales is about selling at all. It's kind of crazy to me the bad rep that direct sales has, just because it has really changed my life as a stay-at-home mom, as well as the financial status of my family. And so I kind of had to take a look at like what I thought a lot of people were maybe doing wrong in direct sales in order to kind of help myself become better at it. And really what I truly in my heart believe that direct sales is all about, and you guys are in direct sales right now, is on building relationships first. So have you ever, and this actually just happened to me, like I've gotten 2 a day for the last 3 days in a row, which is crazy. But has this ever happened to you on social media before, where you get this blind ad from this girl that you don't really know, and you're like, oh, like she seems like a cool girl, we have like a couple mutual friends, like you kind of check out her profile, oh, okay, she's local, like maybe I know her and I just like haven't really can't really place it. So you add this girl on Facebook and you're like, oh, cool, like now we're Facebook friends, this is fun, right? And then shortly after you get this message from her, and she says, hey girl, it looks like you're into healthy living and fitness. I was wondering if you'd like to join my blank group, if you'd like to join my Arbonne group, my Plexus group, my Beachbody group. If you would, let me know. And you're like, what? Okay, how icky does that feel, right? You're like, okay, you didn't take any time to like get to know me, to talk to me. You were just kind of like straight down to business, and it's really super off-putting, right? I'm not really sure how often those kind of direct messages actually work. In my personal life, that has actually never worked for me, and I feel as though I built a very successful Beachbody business, and now I feel as though I'm building a really successful business with Synergence as well. And those are not things that I did. So blind messages on Facebook, ew, don't do it. Be relationship centered. Remember, like, so if you're adding people to your network on social media, one of the things that you can do is, so let's say for me personally, what I do is I go in and I'll add like 3 to 5 people. Do I reach out to every single one of those people a day? No, I don't. I should, but I don't. I don't have the time, if I'm genuinely, truly honest, but I am expanding my network. I am finding people that I have things in common with. I am adding them. Some of them friend request me and some of them don't. But I'm not sending them icky blind messages. Hey girl, I have a lip sense shop. Want to hop in and buy something from me? Ugh, like that literally makes me want to gag. No. Don't do that. What you can do though, because you can't be friends with every single, I have like 1,800 friends on social media right now. You can't be friends with everybody. You can't. Like that's ridiculous. But what you can do is be relational with your postings. So if you have a specific target market that you are trying to reach, for me, it is the mom who has lost herself in motherhood. That is my specific target market that I am trying to reach. What I am doing is I am being relational in my posts, because I know that I cannot be friends with every single person on my friends list. So I'm posting about motherhood. I'm asking questions of my people, my little tribe that I have built for myself. I am posting things that other moms can relate to, like when your baby is awake from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. and then your toddler wakes up at 6 a.m. and is ready for the day, and you're like, oh my God, where's all the coffee, right? Like how many moms have ever been in my position? And maybe you're there and you're like, oh my God, that was totally me today. That is me being relational in my posting, even though I cannot build a specific relationship with you. Okay. Something else that you can do in order to be relational is just be responsive in your posts. Be thankful. Now, you're always going to have the mom haters. You're always going to have the people who are going to judge you. I had a situation like that actually exactly today where I posted an activity that I did with my toddler, and I was super stoked on it, and I'm actually helping my young living girl build her business while she's simultaneously helping me grow my network and my business. And I had a mom hater kind of comment, this like snide comment about how my son shouldn't be using those essential oils. And I really wanted to kind of like snap back, and I had to take a step back because you know what? My mission and my focus is to be relational, right? And so I was like, I'm going to approach this with grace. And, you know, I was like, hey, you know, thank you so much for the heads up, but I'm not really concerned with him using those products, and here's why. And I just kind of left it at that. That's me being relational. I'm not snapping at her, even though I kind of wanted to. And I was just like, really, can't you just be excited that I like actually had time to clean my oven today, and then I got my toddler to like help me do something around the house? Like, really? So focusing on being responsive, being just thankful, kind, and gracious. Because you know what, something I've also learned in direct marketing is that you need to have rhino skin. There's going to be bullies out there. There's going to be haters. There's going to be people who just don't understand why the heck you're even doing direct marketing. They think that they need to go work to build someone else's dream, to work for someone else so that they can make all the money and they can live in, you know, and they can just live in status quo. And you are being brave enough and courageous enough to step outside the norm and do something different, right? And so because you are challenging their normal, they are then going to be a hater. And they're going to be like, oh my God, if someone tries to sell me something on Facebook ever again, I am just going to totally unfriend you. Well, then fine. You weren't my client, the kind of client I wanted anyways, and I certainly don't want you as a friend on my friends list, because who needs that kind of negativity in their life? Can I get an amen on that, right? So when you are focusing on being relational, it also will help you be client-centered. So here you have this online shop that you're really working hard in growing, and you're pouring yourself into, and you're really trying to sell your product without selling your product, right? I mean, in your shop, you can be a little bit more upfront and be like, hey girl, I just snagged some Kiss for a Cause. Who wants some, right? But you can't really do that on your personal page, but that is, your personal page is where you're gonna glean new clients from to add them to your shop so that you can be upfront, right? So you wanna be client-centered. How can you do that? You need to make sure that you are offering stellar customer service, going above and beyond, even on your personal page, right? Because even those mean mommy haters could someday potentially turn into a client for you, right? So one thing, here's something else that just happened to me. Don't pester your clients for payment. I just had a girl who I am purchasing from her Facebook party, and I know that she's new in her MLM, and I am just trying to help her out. However, she has sent me 6 messages in the last 2 hours, which I have been trying to feed my children, get my children down for a nap, and work on my own business, that she needs me to sign up for some thing that I looked at it, and it is going to take me a considerable amount of time to sign up to do what she needs me to do. But not only has she pestered me 6 different times in the last 2 hours for payment, but she has a friend of hers, who is a mutual friend of ours, sent me, who doesn't even like work for her, which is really weird, sent me a message that said, hey, so-and-so really needs you to go online and fill that out. And then I just got another message from someone that is a mutual friend of this girl is telling this girl that she needs to tell me that I need to pay her. And I'm just like, okay, this is like crazy to me. Guys, please don't do this. This is it. Honestly, I want to support my friend in her new business, but it's really turning me off. And so if you have someone who has said, yeah, I'd love to buy a starter kit from you. I am totally stoked to buy a starter kit from you. Great. I'm going to send you an invoice. And if you don't pay your invoice in 2 days, I'm going to send you a reminder. And if you don't pay your invoice in 2 more days, I give my people 5 days, because remember, my clients are all moms. They are busy. They don't have time for themselves. And when they do, they're not thinking about, oh, I need to pay that. Some of them do. Most people will pay right up front because they're like, I'm thinking about it now. I'm going to do it. But I know that that is not realistic, right? So I'm going to give my people 5 days. Maybe that's not you, but that's what I do. And then after the 5th day, I shoot them a message and I say, hey girl, I am going to go ahead and cancel that invoice. Let me know if you would like to reorder though. And then I will create a new invoice if she's interested. Most of the time, I don't hear back from them. So maybe it was like, oh, they were like committed and then they realized, oh, I didn't really want to spend $64.99 or however much it ends up being for you on a starter kit. Hey, I'm not offended, whatever. Like, I am not pestering her. I'm not bothering her. I told her I would send her an invoice. I sent her an invoice, okay? Know your clients. So I know my clients, right? My main target market right now is moms. I am so glad when I get somebody who's not a mom, but I do have a hard time relating to a single college girl who has all the time in the world and complains about how tired she is. I have a really hard time relating to her. I'm not in that season of life anymore where like you can just stay up till all hours of the night and then get up in the morning and complain about how you need coffee because you chose to stay up all night. Like, that blows my mind. But I just can't relate. But I do know my clientele. I know what they're looking for. And I have taken the time to get to know them because I believe that direct sales is through building relationships and being a relational person, right? So when I do have somebody that's coming to me and wants to order from me, here are some of the things I'm doing. I am asking them questions. I'm trying to get to know them. Hey, do you have a lip color that you wear on the regular that maybe I could help you like color match? A lot of times, I'm going to be super honest, I'm not very good at color matching, and most of the time my clients end up picking a color that I didn't even suggest in the first place, but I am offering that. I'm putting myself out there. Hey, I am here for you as a consultant, which is what I want them to know, right? I am also taking the time to learn, like, well, what's your day-to-day like? And maybe you don't have the time to do this, maybe you do, but I'm trying to get to know my clients because I want to understand what are they looking for when they're wearing makeup? Are they looking for a one-step process, one and done kind of thing? Well, if it's someone like that, I'm going to also recommend like our color correcting tinted moisturizer. It's a one-step thing, put it on and you're good to go, right? You don't have to add foundation. You don't have to worry about doing a moisturizer and then a foundation and then maybe adding a little bit of something on top of it, some powder. You just literally put on your face and you go, right? So I want to get to know my clients because also I want them to get into more than just lip scents. And if I'm going to do that, because we all know the big money makers out there is the skincare, right? I am going to encourage them and get to know them, which is the biggest thing. And the one thing that I just don't like, and this is me, and I've been in direct sales for a very long time, and I have so learned from so many of my mistakes because I did used to do this. I don't like it when people are like pushing their products on you. So the same girl that is currently pestering me for payments, she actually reached out to me. Now I know that this is maybe like a common practice. Like I know that maybe some distributors are encouraging their downlines to do this. To me, this feels really icky. But she wrote me and she was like, hey girl, when are you going to come over and buy some stuff from my shop? Like legit, that was the personal message I got. I don't have time to come to your house and shop. I tried to go to her launch party and my son actually totally accidentally pulled over an entire rack of her clothes that she's trying to sell. And it was pretty embarrassing, and I just realized like I just can't go and shop like that. Like, it just doesn't work for me. That's not the season of life I'm in right now. I need an online thing, which is why I'm so addicted to Amazon Prime. Side note. But like that really felt super icky to me that she's like, hey, when are you going to come spend your money on my product? So don't do that. Don't be pushy. Don't be like, hey everybody, buy this stuff. Like that's also gross. I'm seeing some distributors who are just like their whole Facebook feed is just nothing but Synergens. And it is so icky. You need to be relational. People need to see who you are as a person in order to know if they want to get to know you, decide if they like you, and want to trust you enough to purchase a product from you. Know, like, trust. Those should be your 3 goals right there in order to get your people, to get your tribe, to get this client base that you are building from yourself to purchase from you. You should not be out there putting out ads. There's another local lip sense girl. We have a here on the base that I live on, the military base that I live on, we have these fantastic groups where they're like these resale pages because people they switch duty stations a lot. And so if you don't want to move with all the junk that you've acquired over the last 4 years in your current duty station, you can post on this Facebook group. It's a resale page, basically an online garage sale, and people can come and shop. And it's a really, really great way for people who are moving constantly to sell stuff quick. Right? Well, this girl, I'm telling you, she posts every day. She posts every single day about her lip sense collection. And somehow we are friends on Facebook. So I get notifications when she posts in this resale page. You guys, she never gets a like. She never gets a comment. She never gets a, hey, when can I come look at your stock? Now, do I know? Maybe she's getting people who are personal messaging her. You know, I don't really know. But what I did when I posted, and I've only posted one time in one of the groups, I just said, hey, and I posted a selfie. I did not post a picture of my stock because I wanted to be relational. I wanted people to see my face, know I'm a real person trying to sell them this product, right? And I was like, hey guys, I just became a lip sense distributor and I'm still kind of learning what this is all about, but lip sense is like magical. If you've heard about it and you've got any questions or you'd like to try some on, I just want people to know that I'm available. My shop is open and I can either add you to my shop or you can swing by my house and try on some colors. Legit what I said. I had, I think there was like 8 girls who are now a part of my lip sense shop online, which that's pretty good for just a blind post to get 8 people. And then on top of that, I got about like 15 likes. And so those girls I just reached out to with a personal message like, hey girl, I saw you liked my post. Totally not trying to be pushy. Just wanted to say, hey, if you're interested in lip sense, let me know. I can like add you, and if you don't like it, you can leave, like whatever. Only one girl responded. No problem. I'm not taking it personally. Like I said, it was a blind thing, but I didn't go about it in this like icky way where I was like salesy, because I do not believe that direct sales is about selling. I truly, truly, truly believe that if you have a heart for people, to serve your clients, to get to know them as individuals, right? Because that's what we really, really want out of our life. Think about you and what you want. You want people to get to know you, right? So that they can make recommendations for you, so that you can feel like you can trust the person you're buying from, right? That's why you go back time and time again, because you've built trust with that brand, right? You know what you're gonna get, the kind of customer service you're gonna get every single time you go to Target, every single time you go to Starbucks. You know what you're gonna get, right? I just sound like such a basic mom right there. I'm like, Target and Starbucks. Yeah, but that's like my life right now. But truthfully, or even Amazon Prime, right? Like, you know what you're going to get. That 2-day shipping, and you can find anything you need at your fingertips, right? Like, that's why you always go back. So you want to be able to create that kind of relationship for your clients. And in doing so, you're going to, your network, your clientele, your shop is going to blow up. So maybe, okay, so let's say you're doing all these things and now you're like, okay, well, nobody's really getting added to my shop. I don't know what I need to be doing. Like, how can I maybe take it a step further here? So you've got girls that are in your shop and they're liking your posts, but they're not buying. And you're like, oh, okay, like I think she likes Synogens. I think she kind of likes lip sense, but maybe she doesn't really know what it's all about. So in those cases, what I'll do is I just send them a private message. You don't want to embarrass people and call them out. You just want to send them a private message and say, I always use the hey girl. Hey girl, I saw that you've been liking like a lot of my posts, and I just wanted to say that I'm here if you have any questions. I know it's really hard to like buy makeup if you can't try it on. So if you're just like feeling like if there's anything I could help you with, let me know. And sometimes I get like, oh girl, hey, I'm just trying to be supportive of your shop. Dude, thank you, right? Like, thanks for liking my stuff. It makes me feel liked, right? But moreover than that, like, sometimes I'll get people be like, yeah, so I just like have a couple more questions. Tell me about, you know, the most recent one I've been getting so much, and it's because a really super crunchy friend of mine just added a bunch of her other crunchy friends into my group. So I'm getting, tell me about the paraben content in the balm and in the gloss. And I'm just like, I have no idea. What am I even talking about? However, my goal is to make stellar customer service, right? But my goal here also is not to push a product. Okay, I am client focused. So even I am going to take the time to explain the paraben content as much as I can in our gloss. And if she doesn't buy a gloss, I'm not going to take it personally, even though I just did a ton of research on parabens, because what the heck. Anyways, but the thing is I'm still offering stellar customer service to this girl because she's still got some friends, and maybe her friends are interested in lip scents, and then she got some really good customer service from me, and she's more likely to help me build more clients. Does that make sense? And maybe you do all these things and these things don't work for you, but you do come up with some more things that work for you and your shop specifically. Yay! That's the goal here, is figuring out who you are as a direct marketer. But these are tips and tricks that have worked for me, and I want to help you feel successful as well, especially if you're brand new to direct marketing and you're like, what the heck am I even doing, right? So I love you all. If you have any questions at all, please comment below. The more comments below of questions, the more we can help our team, right? So I love you. Let me know if there's questions, and have a good day. Okay, bye.